Good evening, FFCC, and welcome to your virtual retreat here at Fleming Island High School. Remember that in the FFCC, we announce all placements, but we'll only announce the scores for the top 3 in each class. Starting with our color guards. In Cadet Novice, in second place, with a score of 56.94, Green Cove Springs Junior High School. And in first place, with a score of 60.50, Lakeside Junior High. Moving into Cadet A, in first place, with a score of 53.63, Effingham Middle School Cadets. Moving into Class B, in 11th place, Bradford High School. In 10th place, Newberry High School. In 9th place, Clay High School. In 8th place, Creekside High School JV. In 7th place, University Christian School. In 6th place, Lanier County High School. In 5th place, Ridgeview High School. In 4th place, Ponte Vedra High School JV. And in 3rd place, with a score of 66.83, Bell Junior Senior High School. And in 2nd place, with a score of 67.19, Orange Park High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 68.52, Oakleaf High School. Moving to Scholastic AAA. In 6th place, Fernandina Beach High School. In 5th place, Flagler Palm Coast High School JV. In 4th place, Middleburg High School. And in 3rd place, with a score of 65.35, Fletcher High School. And in 2nd place, with a score of 66.85, Switzerland Point Middle School. And in 1st place, with a score of 68.39, Effingham County High School. Moving to Scholastic AA. In 2nd place, with a score of 65.23, Ponte Vedra High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 67.56, Creekside High School. Moving to Scholastic A. In 4th place, Nice High School. And in 3rd place, with a score of 73.88, Fleming Island High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 80.05, Bartram Trail High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 82.25, Pace High School Winter Guard. Moving to Independent A. In 2nd place, with a score of 67.69, Florida Visual Ensemble. And in 1st place, with a score of 71.49, Alachua County Independent. Moving to wins. In Scholastic A, in 2nd place, with a score of 69.60, Ridgeview High School wins. And in 1st place, with a score of 73.75, Middleburg wins. Moving into percussion. In Concert A, in 1st place, with a score of 74.90, Middleburg High School Percussion. Moving to Scholastic Marching AA. In 4th place, Lanier County High School Percussion. And in 3rd place, with a score of 68.40, Fletcher High School. And in 2nd place, with a score of 69.50, Oakleaf High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 72.60, Fleming Island High School. Moving to Scholastic Marching A. In 2nd place, with a score of 72.0, Lowndes High School Percussion. And in 1st place, with a score of 73.95, Ponte Vedra High School. Moving to Independent A. In 1st place, with a score of 82.00, 80.10, Conflex Percussion. Moving to Scholastic Marching Open. In first place, with a score of 80.0, Pace High School Percussion. Congratulations to all of our performers today.
Good evening. These are the scores from the Braden River High School contest. Starting with the cadet novice class. In first place, with a score of 54.86, the Braden River Cadets. Moving on to the cadet class. In first place, with a score of 72.16, Seminole Middle School. Moving on to Class B. In ninth place, Leto High School. In 8th place, River Ridge High School. In 7th place, Northeast High School. In 6th place, Osceola Fundamental High School. In 5th place, HB Plant High School. In 4th place, East Bay High School. And in 3rd place, with a score of 68.07, Parish Community High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 69.35, Manatee High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 72.92, Calvary Christian High School. Moving on to the AAA class. In 11th place, Strawberry Crest High School. In 10th place, King High School. In 9th place, Largo High School. In 8th place, Braden River High School. In 7th place, Lakewood Ranch High School. In 6th place, J.W. Mitchell High School. And 5th place, Steinbrenner High School. In 4th place, Newsom High School. And in 3rd place, with a score of 69.68, Sickles High School. And in 2nd place, with a score of 69.83, Sarasota High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 74.04, Northside Christian High School. Moving on to the AA class. In 2nd place, with a score of 73.58, Northside Christian High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 75.46, Tarpon Springs High School. Moving on to the Scholastic A class. In 5th place, Durant High School. In 4th place, Bloomingdale High School. And in 3rd place, with a score of 79.08, Braden River High School. And in 2nd place, with a score of 79.65, J.W. Mitchell High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 84.81, Newsom High School. Moving on to the Scholastic World class. In 1st place, with a score of 83.70, Tarpon Springs High School. Moving on to the percussion event. In Concert Class A. In 1st place, with a score of 81, River Ridge High School. Continuing in percussion, Marching Class A, with a score of 78, HB Plant High School. Moving on to the winds competition. In Scholastic A, in 1st place, with a score of 78.72, Sarasota High School. Moving to the Independent Open class for winds. In 1st place, with a score of 76.45, Horizon Winds. Those are the scores from the Braden River High School contest.
And now for the scores from the Week 5 virtual event. In Class B, in 6th place, 5A High School. In 5th place, Fort White High School. In 4th place, Lely High School. In 3rd place, with a score of 61.14, Bellevue High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 69.44, Tavares High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 72.56, Sandalwood High School. In Scholastic AAA class, in 3rd place, with a score of 53.76, Yulee High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 60.42, Spruce Creek High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 65.12, Robinson High School. In Scholastic AA class, in 3rd place, with a score of 66.32, Jensen Beach High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 68.68, Weeki High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 72.28, Flagler Palm Coast High School. In the Winds Division, in Scholastic A, in 2nd place, with a score of 67.23, Naples High School Winds. In 1st place, with a score of 70.40, Hialeah Senior High School. In Scholastic Open, in 2nd place, with a score of 78.53, Jupiter High School Wins. And in 1st place, with a score of 85.10, Palm Beach Gardens High School Wins. In the Percussion Division, in Concert A class, with a score of 78.0, in 1st place, Santa Fe High School. In the Scholastic Marching AA class, in 1st place, with a score of 69.8, Naples High School. In the Scholastic Marching A class, in 2nd place, with a score of 67.8, Sandalwood High School. And in 1st place, with a score of 73.20, Seminole Indoor Percussion.
Now for the scores from tonight's Oviedo competition. We announce all placements, but only the top 3 scores in each division, beginning with Winds. Scholastic A, 1st place, with a score of 75.6. Lecanto wins. Moving on to Percussion. Scholastic AA, 1st place, with a score of 76.2. Northport High School. And in Scholastic A, 1st place, with a score of 73.4, Sun Lake Percussion. Moving on to our color guard divisions, beginning with Cadet Novice, 1st place, with a score of 66.35, Tavares Middle School. In Class B, 9th place, Ogali High School. 8th place, Winter Springs High School. 7th place, Olympia High School. 6th place, Bayside High School. In 5th place, Bishop Moore High School. 4th place, Ridge Community High School. 3rd place, Class B, with a score of 69.43, Mount Dora High School. 2nd place, with a score of 71.1, Lake Nona JV. And 1st place, Class B, with a score of 71.98, University JV. In Class AAA, 13th place, Edgewater High School. 12th place, Santa Fe High School. 11th place, East Ridge High School. 10th place, Winter Park High School. In 9th place, Sebastian River JV. 8th place, DeLand High School. In 7th place, Harmony High School. 6th place, West Orange High School. 5th place, PR Wharton High School. 4th place, Haggerty High School. 3rd place, Class AAA, with a score of 67.11, East River High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 68.52, Deltona High School. And 1st place, Class AAA, with a score of 74.06, Seabreeze High School. Moving on to Scholastic AA. 4th place, The Villages Charter School. 3rd place, with a score of 71.59, Oviedo JV. In 2nd place, with a score of 73.33, Lake Howell High School. In 1st place, Class AA, with a score of 74.97, Sun Lake JV. In Class A, 7th place, Lake Nona Silver. 6th place, Melbourne High School. 5th place, Cypress Creek High School. In 4th place, University Orange City. In 3rd place, with a score of 79.76, Jupiter High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 80.7, University Orlando. And in 1st place, with a score of 81.1, Freedom High School. Independent A class, 2nd place, with a score of 81.82, Pegasus A. And in 1st place, with a score of 83.21, Tampa Independent A. In Scholastic Open Class, 4th place, William R. Boone Varsity. 3rd place, with a score of 76.3, Sebastian River High School. In 2nd place, with a score of 78.8, Sun Lake High School. And in 1st place, open class, with a score of 83.1, Oviedo High School. Independent open class, 2nd place, with a score of 81.5, Tampa Independent. In 1st place, with a score of 83.1, South Florida Winter Guard. Moving on to Independent World Class, 2nd place, with a score of 76.1, Relentless World. And in 1st place, with a score of 80.4, UCF Pegasus World. We thank all of those who attended today's contest at Oviedo High School.
We'll see you next week.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you again next week.